Okay, what I'd like to talk about today is pet peeves. I have quite a few of them. Here are some of them. Just some of them. One thing I hate is when people cover their mouths after sneezing or coughing with their hand. I don't like that. I mean, I have this big wet sneeze and I just go, "Achoo," over their hand. Everyone knows you're supposed to cough into your shoulder. Oh, shit. Hold on. Cat's doing it. Yeah. So, you're supposed to cough into your shoulder. And people cough into their hand. Or sneeze into their hand. That's pretty gross. Pet peeve. Another pet peeve I have is the bus. Here's the thing about the bus. It has two doors, one entrance, one exit. You're supposed to exit out the You're supposed to exit out the exit. And guess what people do? They exit out the entrance. Well, you're trying to get on. It's like, this is acceptable when nobody's trying to get on the bus, but when someone's trying to get on the bus, exit out the fucking back. I don't get why people do this, and it's so much easier just exit out the back than exit the front. That's another pet peeve I have. Another pet peeve is when people spit gum in the urinal. That's pretty disgusting. It's like, spit it in a trash can? No, I'll spit it where people pee, where men pee. Yeah, that's just, yeah. Pet peeve, that's another pet peeve. Talking on your cell phone really loudly. Some people do it. A lot of people do it. It's like, could you talk a little quieter, please? Seriously? Another pet peeve. And I'd have to say it happens in school particularly, is when people ask to borrow your stuff, like borrow a pencil or a glue stick or some scissors or a pencil sharpener, whatever the fuck, and they just grab for it as they're asking you, like, can I borrow a pencil? Can I borrow a glue stick? It's like, get my fucking permission first. You're asking to borrow it, and you're already grabbing for it. What the hell? I've had to grab people's hands for doing this. Grab people by the arms, like, hey, no, I did that to a girl, and she held on to it for a good 5 seconds in English class in junior year of high school. Okay. So I got into a little wrestle over that. She finally let go. Grabbed her arm, grabbed a pencil, I wasn't standing my ground. Another pet peeve is, what's a good one? This requires another person to be present, because it's when you're talking to someone, some advertiser just tries to sell you something or ask you something to sign something while you're talking to someone. That gets pretty annoying. I'd look at what they're selling a little bit to see if I'm interested in it. Then if it's even remotely interesting, then I tell them I'm interested. I'm trying to work on just telling them, hey, we're talking right now. We're busy, that kind of thing. Another pet peeve is when people just stand in the way when you're trying to walk. They just crowd, congregate. Yeah. It's kind of annoying. Unfortunately, I do it sometimes myself too, so I try not to do that. Walking really slowly. Some people walk really slowly, to be honest, and it's kind of annoying when the hallway's thin, narrow, and there's no way to really pass these people. Yeah, walking past that. What's another good one? Hold on, let me check the time on this thing. Another pet peeve, this is like a car-related one, a driving-related one, is when people park very poorly. There's a parking space 2 lines. Supposed to park within those 2 lines. And people cross it onto the next parking space. Like, they have their wheel pass over the line onto the next parking space. Like, this is the parking space. It's their car. Instead of parking like this, they park like this. Like, it makes the other space unusable. In fact, I heard some people do that on purpose, or they just get all this space for themselves. How thoughtful, you know? That's pretty rude. I think technically it is a parking violation. Though, if you call the cops on them, by the time they get there, they'd already be gone. The person would already be gone. So that's at least one potential problem with that. Another one is when people smoke in those smoking zones. Look, I know tobacco is an addictive habit, but have some fucking patience and wait to get to a smoking zone or your own home to smoke. There's other people over here that don't want to breathe that shit. And I've seen people smoke at the bus stop, which is no smoking zone, right in front of cops, and the cops don't do anything. And if you were to tell them, I think that'd be, the cops would consider that tattletailing for some reason, even though it's a law, so yeah. What's another one? Tailgaters, that's kind of universal for a pet peeve, but I'll mention it anyway. People drive too damn close to the back of your car, and that's like a personal space violation, person-wise, car-wise, plus it's dangerous. If you brake, then they crash into you. And even if they're at fault, by default traffic law, you still get your car damaged. So that ain't any fun. What's another pet peeve? This one's annoying most of the time, unless it's a good song. It's when people blast the radio up and they have their car windows open and the music, you know, is just really loud and really annoying. Unless it's a song you like, and it's kind of cool. It's like they're sharing their tunes, they're sharing their jam. So I guess that's only a pet peeve sometimes, most of the time. Some people play some really bad music, but some of it's really good. Another pet peeve is when people litter. I mean, if you really can't find a trash can, I can understand, but when you can, it's pretty unexcusable. I mean, if you have to have your hands free, you really can't find a trash can, I can understand, but, you know, there's people who litter near the trash can, near it. They could just put it in, and they litter near it. It's like, really? The trash goes in the can, not out of it. Sometimes they just put it on top of the can, and it's not adequate, but it's better than just throwing it on the ground. You know, like, I threw it on the ground, that song. Another pet peeve. Well, I'm not sure if I should consider this a pet peeve, because it's a bit of a big violation. But anyways, it's when people let their dog poop on your lawn. That's pretty rude. You know, and here's what I do when I see someone with a dog come near my lawn, like walking down a sidewalk, is if their dog starts stepping on my lawn, I shoo it away. So, hey, I go, hey. Or I say, keep your dog off my lawn. I've had to do that with a couple people. I mean, you know, I don't, you know, when I see a dog walking on grass sniffing it, I know what's going to happen. Or it could happen at least. And that's the dog's looking for a place to piss or shit. Yeah. So, if you see someone with their dog, and the dog's going on your lawn sniffing, you gotta tell that person to keep your dog off the lawn. Unless, maybe if they're really dangerous, they look like you're real big and have a gun, or maybe you're just if you're real nasty, you might have to give in and just let your dog walk on your lawn or even poop and pee on your lawn. But I'd say, you know, on a basic, normal level, be a servant. Say, hey, don't put your dog on my lawn. I had a woman snap at me a bit. You know, she was with her son and her dog. She snapped at me a bit, but I was like, hey, it's my lawn. I'm afraid of dogs. You know, I mean, it's not their right to have their dog poop on your lawn or even be on your lawn. So that's a big violation. Another pet peeve would have to be. That's a good one. I guess this one's related to dentistry of all things, orthodontistry more specifically, oral, medical care, healthcare, whatever. It's when the dentist or orthodontist is working on your mouth and they're asking you questions. They're asking you questions while your mouth's wide open about this fucking dental gear here, a drill, a brusher, a floss, a pick, whatever. It's like, I can't answer you. My mouth's being pried open with all these tools and shit, you know, fluoride, whatever, compression. I can't answer you. It's like, okay, yeah, that's a big one. It's an infamous pet peeve. They're infamous for this, so yeah. Another pet peeve, I guess. What's a good one? What's another good one? Would have to be. That's a good one. I know. Give me a second. I know. I know there's more. There's a lot more. I have a lot of them. This one's kind of personal, I guess, but I'll mention it anyway. Some people bump into you, they say excuse me, but they like grab you or touch you. Like they grab you by an arm, you know, to show you that they're excusing you or excusing themselves. I don't like that. I just want them to say excuse me or sorry, or not even say that, just be underway. I don't want them to touch me. I've grabbed people back for that before. I've been too scared to do it sometimes, so I just let it happen, but I don't like it. I wish people didn't do that. Yeah, that's a pet peeve of mine. There's more. I know there's more. Pet peeves are numerous. They come in bulk, so there's got to be some more stuff I don't like when people do. Wait, what's the time? Okay, the time is... Okay, it's 10 minutes Thursday. Okay, another pet peeve I have. I guess people picking their nose. It happens. It's still a habit. Some people don't outgrow it. Yeah, you need to outgrow that. That's gross. Oh, here's a huge one. How could I forget this? Some people spit on the ground, on the sidewalk. It's like, what the fuck? That's gross. And sometimes it's not just saliva. Sometimes it's fucking mucus. There's phlegm in that spat, you know? It's like, okay, the ground makes sense. It's just plant life. You can still step in it, but at least it's the ground. It'll get absorbed, evaporate, whatever, by the dirt. Microorganisms, plants, whatever. If you do it on the ground, that stuff stays there for a while. This also happens with gum, by the way, too. It's like, why? Why can't you just have the patience to, like, spit in the trash can, spit in the grass, you know? However, people aren't walking, because this is where people are walking, and people do that. And I don't like it. It's gross. Believe it or not, I saw a janitor do it one time at college. However, it was raining, so luckily, it got washed away. I still think it's gross, but at least it's not as bad. Because, hey, it was raining, it washed stuff away. Not everything, of course, but that, yeah. Of all people, a janitor. So, that's another pet peeve. I guess I thought I had more of them. I'm gonna think of a couple more before ending this video. I guess not flushing the toilet. That could be one. Public bathrooms. Yeah, people leave quite some stuff behind, so yeah. Chewing gum loudly, I guess that's another one. Yeah, they just smack that stuff around. I guess there's more. I know there's more. Hold on. I guess going back to the smoking thing, maybe it counts as that one, or maybe the littering thing actually. When people throw their cigarette butts on the ground, it's pretty nasty. I mean, there's a trash can, you just throw it in there, and if you're afraid of creating a fire, just press it up against a trash can or something. Or just blow it out, and throw it away. And yet they just throw it on the ground. In fact, people do this so often, cigarettes are the most littered item. Really, look it up. There's another one. It's when oh my god, I know I have. My mind just goes blank sometimes. There's the I guess it can be what's another one? What's another one? People there's a lot of them. I guess when people hold on, I need to sit down first. Sit down. I know there's other ones. Well, I guess when people put their arm on something I don't want them to put their arm on, like a bus seat, like put their arm on the back of their bus seat, they'll rest their arm on it, I hate that. A guy did that, and I told him to move it. I told him, hey, could you move your arm? I told him that, I was sincere. I don't like that. It's a violation of personal space. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. It's happened in school all the time. high school, middle school, elementary maybe? Well, if I did, I can't remember it in elementary, but it's when people put their feet on your desk basket. I hate that. You know, they put their feet on your desk basket and they transfer all these vibrations, these physical kinetic vibrations into your desk and onto you. So it's not just a violation of personal space, it's uncomfortable. It's physically uncomfortable. And I hate that. A lot of people make a big deal when I ask them to move their feet. It's like, come on. You have no right to put your feet there, and plus, what's the big deal? I'm not asking you to give me a blowjob. I'm not asking you for money. I'm not asking you to do me a favor. Like, hey, could you give me some weed or, hook me up with some guys? I'm not asking you that. I'm just asking you to take your damn feet off my desk. Sometimes I have to tell the teacher about that. Sometimes I have to kind of press on them, This one guy was being a real smug asshole about it. Joseph, junior year of English class once again. I was fixing to hit this guy because he was being quite a dick about it. Luckily I told the teacher, and she got him to take his feet off. But seriously, he was being a dick. He said, too bad, bro. It's like, what the fuck, dude? If you're gonna, disrespect someone's personal space, and then be smug about it, I say you deserve to be hit. You're physically violating them. I think it's time for them to physically violate you. Because that just shouldn't be tolerated. If someone's being an ass, then you kind of gotta draw the line and just give them what for. You know what I do sometimes? Sometimes I just move the desk further away from them. I just go scoot it. Sometimes they try to put their feet on it more, move their desk more towards my desk, to put their feet back on. It's like, what the hell, dude? You really want to provoke me? You really want to put your feet on my desk? Really? I mean, having to smack someone isn't cool, but under the right conditions, even if I were to get in trouble for it, I'm pretty sure I'd do it. If I could rewind it back to high school or middle school. Because some people, they just gotta learn the hard way. If they're being a dick, then you kind of have to, you kind of gotta be a punisher, for lack of a better word. You kind of gotta be a punisher. Because some people gotta learn the hard way. So yeah, that's probably one of my biggest pet peeves in all, is people putting their damn feet on your desk. One time a kid, a lot tougher than me, Jason Disney, did it. And I told him, hey, get your feet on my desk, need a friend to beat me up. And I told Miss Adcock, the teacher, once again, junior year English class of high school, and she suggested just switching me or switching him, I just moved somewhere else, there's some other available desk. And he said, and I took that deal, and he said, good. He's like, fine, He didn't want to deal with me, and I didn't want to deal with him, so I moved somewhere else, and it was cool. Seriously, I hate really aggressive people like that. You just tell them to keep their distance, and they friend to beat you up. It's like, really? I know this guy could definitely beat me. I know he could definitely clobber me, but you know what? I might have taken that chance, because if someone's being an asshole, even if they could clobber you, if you at least put up a fight, they don't go unscathed, You can lose to a bully or an asshole, but if you at least fight back, at least a little, then they don't go unscathed. You at least tried. And they didn't get off scotch-free, scratch-free, so, make it a little hard for them, or make it hard for you. Another pet peeve If I want to get into a couple more, one more would be people. That's a good one. That's a good ass pet peeve. Something that people really shouldn't do, but they do it. It's there. I know it's there. Where is it? Sit down again and think, I guess. It's when, I guess this could go back into the touch thing. I guess if someone kind of grabs you to try and scoot by, or maybe they're about to trip and they grab on you to regain your balance. Yeah, I don't like that either. What's a new pet peeve? I guess. I might go further on this for another video, but I guess for the last pet peeve I have, is when people snap at you for things they shouldn't snap at you for. Or they respond hostilely for some stuff they really shouldn't be hostile at you for. Like, this one time, I was at a concert, and there's this guy in the way, and I'm just asking, hey, can I scoot through? You know, I'm acknowledging him, trying to ask him permission if I could go violate his space temporarily, technically, and get to somewhere else I need to go. And he responds, I'm not your dad. You can do whatever you want. And I'm like, God, in my head, of course, why is this guy being such a dick? You know, I'm actually trying to be considerate and ask him permission, acknowledge him, you know, be aware of my surroundings, and not just butt through. And he's acting like I'm asking him if he can, like, help me find my way around here or something, or change my diaper if I were a baby, or, you know, give me money, or, you know, protect me. No, I'm just asking if I can scoot through. That's all. And that guy, a really dickish response. Hold on, this camera's acting kind of funky. So, those are my pet peeves for now. I might do a part 2, but hey, that's what annoys me. That's what people should stop doing. Yeah.